Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Dimitri, a traveling English teacher and occasional YouTuber. Today I'm going to talk to you about something that people are constantly asking me about all the time. Dimitri, how can you learn all these different languages for these places you go around the world? Now, first of all, I don't become a master of these languages, and you don't need to be either. Secondly, there is some tried and true systems. Disclaimer, I didn't come up with them, but kind of took some ideas and put them all together for something that works for me. So in this video, I'm going to set you up for success in any language that you want to learn, more or less. First, there are some general apps that you can use for most languages. And of course, there are some specific language ones like Do Chinese or, I don't know, I love Spanish.com or something like that. But most of the things I'm going to suggest are more general and open for numerous popular languages, so they can help the most number of people. Apps are important for streamlining your practice and simplifying everything to make it easy for you to learn. Learning languages should not be complicated or terribly boring, so get that out of your mind. Now for the meat and bones of my technique, the calendar method. Now, grab a cheap old calendar. This is just something that I printed out for this video, but as you can see, it has some blank spaces here at the top, or sometimes they can be on the side over here. And you've got the whole view. There's even some stuff down here. These empty spaces are good for notes and keeping track of what you're doing in that time frame. Now, it's important to use different colors so that you can organize and differentiate different things, such as the language you're learning. Let's say English. Now, let's make work green, work. And then we can even go with blue and make it for parties, whatever. Okay, we have another color for, let's say, Chinese. Okay? Now, when we use these colors with the pen, instead of writing Chinese, English, work, blah, 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 all over here, we're just going to use a dot system. Like, okay, this is the black dot for Chinese. Okay, this is the blue dot for work. And this is the red dot for English, or whatever your color scheme is, okay? That's gonna help you keep everything nice and neat and organized on your calendar, because usually the spaces are pretty small, as you can see. Now, you should assign 3 to 5 days a week for studying in some way. Now, this is more of a guideline because life happens, and also a lack of motivation can be a thing. It's better to take a break and rejuvenate your mind and your feelings about learning and coming back, instead of getting all burnt out and just abandoning everything. Let's say you have time on, I don't know, Thursday, plus you have time on maybe Saturdays in the morning. We can say Sunday just because people are off on Sundays. So that's just our basic 3-dot system. You can add another day if you want for bonus activities like reading or journaling in the target language, but this should be occasional, and you should let you and your mind just have some rest sometimes. You can write each thing you want to do for the day, such as on Thursdays. Okay, let's make that vocab day. We can notate that with a simple V. I recommend using the app Memrise. If you have some extra money or want a more high quality experience. Now, if that's not your thing and you're more of a casual learner, you should try drops. which is more simple and is free. You should try and focus on getting about 5 to 10 new words or phrases each time that you study. If you're only doing this once a week, maybe you should up it to 15 or 20 times. Now, this should only take about 20 minutes each time you're learning, so it shouldn't be a huge commitment. I recommend doing this in the morning and then reviewing the words again at night for the best effect. And it's a bonus if you use Memrise, because it will help with grammar and sentence building too. Okay, now language isn't just vocabulary. We're gonna need some grammar. So let's notate that with a G. Okay, so let's make that Saturdays, since we have lots of time on Saturdays. G, grammar. Because probably it's gonna give you a headache, because grammar usually sucks. You can use an app on your computer that's free called Grammarly. Many of you probably already know about it. It automatically offers suggestions and fixes for what you're typing. And you can also use a textbook or language assistance book and focus on just one grammar topic for about 30 minutes to an hour each day. Now, if you're learning a language with a different script, like Mandarin Chinese or Thai or something like that, I recommend using some extra days also for writing practice if writing is one of your goals. You could just put that here just for fun once every 2 weeks. Okay? Writing. Now for your other days, I recommend social media right here, SM. So for example, if you just have one day, like Sundays, let's make that social media like Instagram or YouTube. You can even switch it up to however you like and do that on Sundays. Now, this is really great because there's lots of influencers that are really great for teaching in short videos. For example, when learning Chinese, I like the ones I found here by Vika Chinese and Mandarin Melon. Now, our channels are not affiliated, I just really like their style of content. Now, this is just an example, but you can use some other free time on Mondays or Tuesdays or whenever you want for maybe an occasional Netflix or Hulu or whatever. Let's just dot this with Netflix, okay? We can do it however we want. This one is totally optional and just for fun because it's going to help you with your comprehension and understanding, because these people will be using real world language. I like to do kind of reality TV or sitcoms, not because I like them necessarily, but because they use the kind of language that you need to get around in real life. Why don't you check out some shows like Terrace House if you're trying to learn Japanese. If you're learning English, you can try watching Modern Family or How I Met Your Mother. The stories are simple to follow, and the characters generally don't change and are in relatable everyday situations like going to school, going to work, making dinner, breaking up with a girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. So you can focus your energy not on what's happening, but rather on what they're saying and how you can say it like them. Okay, finally, Sundays or whatever free day you have, I recommend, if you're really trying to get the job done, you'll have a class on, let's say, LingoAce, which is the sponsor of today's video. Now, I don't recommend taking more than 3 classes in a week, but you can take as little as 1 class a week. LingoAce is really great for learning English. Now, if English is not your language, you can maybe use italki for other languages and stuff like that. Or you can even use, let's write it down here, Tandem, which is a free application where you can speak to people in many different languages, but I mostly use it for Spanish. Now, I understand everybody is struggling with money these days, so, even if it's just one here, one down here, twice a month or something, getting some kind of teacher for your target language is really important for your growth and development as a fluent speaker. And of course you can do in, work. Whenever you're working, you put it in here. It's gonna look nice and, you're seeing your friends. Okay. After studying on Saturday, I'm gonna go see my friends and get crazy. Woo! Party! Just kidding. But whatever you do with your friends, you can schedule it all around. And you can have a pretty organized little calendar going on here. And there you have it. So if you follow these guidelines, most of the time, every month, after about 1 to 3 months, you should see a noticeable improvement in your abilities. And after every few months, you should notice like a kind of leveling up. You know what I mean? The key is variety, interest, having fun, also having time to just, rest and getting out there and using your language, speaking as much as you can. Of course, nothing is better than simply going to the country for vacation or traveling or whatever the heck you're doing and learning with real people in real life, but this is, of course, not always an option that makes sense for people. I've been using these techniques myself to learn languages for over 5 years, and they work for me. So I hope that they can work for you too, because I know that learning a new language is not always the easiest thing, especially if you're new and you don't know what you're doing yet. But there's so many tools and techniques at our disposal in this modern day. I put all the extra links and external information in the description below. And in case you want to become an ESL teacher like me for LingoAce, or you want the links for some of these apps or whatever, it's there for you. I'm here to help. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave them down in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Bye, guys.